Catherine? What are you doing here? Catherine, call the police. Now get out of this office.
I apologize for bringing Arthur. I admit he's something of a cliche, but I wanted to be sure we would have our little talk.
We've already had our talk, Poole. The answer is still no. Now get out.
I don't understand people like you, Lanier. I offer you a bona fide partnership. And you don't just turn me down, you treat me like some sort of pariah. That's not sociable. What do you think, Arthur? Sit down, Catherine. I regret the use of violence, but on occasion it does serve as an attention getter.
You don't scare me, Poole.
Arthur, I still don't have his complete attention. I'm a reasonable man, Lanier. I believe in talking things out.
Oh, go ahead. Maybe he'll miss.
Get your hands off me.
Oh, I forgot. The notorious Mr. Poole is now a legitimate businessman and doesn't have a gun. Help him up.
Now, wait a minute, McMillan. You're not going to try and make something out of this, are you?
I said help him up. Oh. It's like the old days, isn't it? Thought you'd just give him a working over yourself, wouldn't you? It's going to cost you.
You've been trying to get me for years, McMillan. You've still got nothing. Mr. Lanier and I were having a business meeting. He slipped and fell. That's all there is to it.
Not this time. Mr. Lanier told us about your first meeting. That's why we're here. Now, if I remember my law books, when assault and battery is accompanied by terrorization of another innocent party, the charge becomes assault and battery plus false imprisonment. And that, Mr. Poole, is good from 1 to 10. Read him his rights.
Mr. Poole, you have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say...
Too much?
Is that a question or a statement of fact?
Too much. All right, Mildred, are you ready? Too sophisticated?
Not if you're meeting a Frenchman for a secret rendezvous, but for meeting a Frenchman at an airport and his wife, who is supposed to be stunning.
Yes.
And rich.
1 out of 2 ain't bad. What am I gonna wear?
Oh.
I'm stumped.
Listen, I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, Jacques Arnaud is just another cop, only with a French accent.
He's a dear friend of Max. He just married Maggie Sinclair. You know who she is. I'm looking forward to meeting her. I want to look my best.
Well, what about this charming ensemble?
Mildred. C'est fantastique. C'est pas trop simple. C'est pas trop sophistiqué. C'est absolument parfait.
You Josh.
C'est parfait.
Oh, and don't worry about the rest of this stuff. I have the whole weekend to put it away.
Oh, I gotta call Mac. I don't think he knows we've only got an hour to get to the airport.
Well, I wish we could pin him with a lot more, Mac, but at least we've got something.
I wouldn't count on the secretary, though. She's scared out of her wits, but I think Lanier will hold up. Certainly got enough protection around him.
Yeah, well, you're the key, Mac. Now, Lanier's going to testify because the commissioner of police is going to testify.
Excuse me. Yes? Oh, tell her I can't right now. I'm right in the middle of it. Well, it's always important. All right, I'll take it. Yes, Sally, I know what time it is. Yes, Sally, I know he's my friend. Yes, I'm leaving in a few minutes. What? Oh, well, that sounds like a wonderful outfit. Right, I'll meet you at the airport. Goodbye.
Sounds like you've got an appointment. And so do I. Look, we can touch base on this later in the week, Mac.
Thanks for the visit, Frank. And this time we're going to nail Poole.
Bye, sir. Commissioner, I'm worried. I think I should tell you that there's a rumor out on the streets that Poole has a contract out on you.
I think it's true.
Well, I certainly wouldn't underestimate Mr. Poole, sir.
I better get going.
You know, it was just about a year ago that Inspector Arnaud was here, wasn't it?
International Police Conference.
Well, give him my regards, would you?
Shall I also convey that sneaky little look?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about the inspector getting married. Didn't he say last year that he was going to stay a bachelor no matter what?
Sure, he said it. I think he believed it.
I think I'll walk with you.
Hey, Sergeant, you got a minute?
See you later, sir. Sir, those rumors are right on the button. Raymond Poole is not wasting any
Doesn't
time.
have to be. Poole could have been anybody else.
Oh, you mean someone's going to take a shot figuring that Poole will get the blame?
Could be. Either this guy's a lousy shot or he's deliberately trying to miss me.
Well, maybe Poole was only trying to scare you.
His usual tactic is around a diamond time, isn't it?
But if he wants to do more than scare you, sir, the airport's going to be a very good place to try again.
If I go to the airport, Poole may try to kill me. But if I don't go to the airport, my wife definitely will. Where do you think you're going?
To the airport?
All right. But on one condition. Not a word to Sally.
Commissioner, I promise you, Mrs. McMillan won't even see me.
You're late.
Where are they? Where's that one?
Unless I missed them and they're wandering around somewhere, which is very possible. I don't remember Jacques all that well.
You'd have recognized Maggie.
Because she starts traffic when she gets off the plane.
You know how it is. Beautiful women always go for cops.
I think I like that.
Hey! You, Sally. Mac, Sally, may I present my wife?
How do you do?
That word still sounds strange to my tongue.
Maggie, Sally.
Mag. You know, I think we have the beginnings of a vaudeville team.
But of course. Well, what do you really think of this strange mixture?
Terrific.
Vin ordinaire, le champagne.
Oh, no. Well, what the inspector very gallantly neglects to tell you is that I shamelessly pursued him, didn't want to have anything to do with me. And you know why? Because I'm the vin ordinaire in this marriage.
We have the same setup.
Oh? We do?
Where's your luggage?
Ah, the porte à gate there. It is good to see you again.
And you, Jacques. Oh, tout va bien.
Tout va très bien. But that's good. That's good. Except one thing. There remains the task of facing my new father-in-law.
Don't tell me he still doesn't know you're married.
Oh, he knows it all right. The question is, will he get over it?
Apparently, Monsieur Sinclair does not take kindly to a fait accompli.
Well, that's why he's not here. Yes, Justin R. Sinclair, renowned industrialist, confidant to presidents, diplomatic representative to nations large and small, is home pouting. But don't worry, I will have him purring like a kitten by sundown. And, oh, he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to give us a really super party on Saturday night, and you will please come. Yes, you're on. Good.
Ah, good. Eh, Potter! But
Why is he following us?
Who?
Sergeant Enright. I spotted him before, sort of flitting around, hiding behind things. Why is he acting so funny?
Well, he's just checking on something. I wouldn't pay any attention to him.
Oh, that's all it is. Thought maybe he had a problem or something.
Well, there's just one. Keeping out of sight.
Mildred, why now?
Woman's work is never done, Commish. Lift your foot. Now the other one.
At the same time?
Oh, please.
Mac, is Justin Sinclair as rich as everybody says he is?
Richer.
Thank you, Mildred.
Here, I'll fix that. Wonder how he and Jacques are getting along.
He called me yesterday. Apparently, Sinclair's come up with a couple of suggestions.
Like what?
For example, tonight's party will be an opportune time for Jacques and Maggie to announce their annulment.
What else?
Plus a trial separation of 5 years. Come on, we're late.
Don't leave on my account.
We won't. Mildred, enrich my store of knowledge. Why are you vacuuming at night?
I always do my work when the spirit moves me. All creative people are like that.
Yeah.
Have a nice night, Mildred.
Oh, it's going to be sensational. I have 4 more rooms to create.
How was your day today?
Oh, the usual. You know, I met Sinclair a couple of times. Seems like a stubborn old bird. I'll bet Maggie's got him wrapped around her little finger. You know, it's really odd, two people like that. Jack and Maggie pairing off. French cop, jet-set heiress.
Man.
I've always heard that Maggie was rich and spoiled, but you know what? I think she was lost until she met Jack.
Mac.
On the other hand, Jacques probably was living in a vacuum.
Mac.
Huh?
I know.
Well, what?
You don't have to throw the paper in the back seat. I know someone tried to kill you.
Oh, that.
Oh, that. How can you act so casual?
He was only trying to scare me.
You know, I wish you were in a safer line of business like tax law.
Raymond Poole is not entirely stupid. Anything that happens to me would end up in his head, and he knows it.
Now, how do you know that he is as logical as you are? He could end up in prison, and I could end up in basic black.
Sally, Raymond Poole is extremely logical. Take my word for it.
I ought to have my head examined. How did this thing turn into a celebration?
You're always look sweet.
Well, at least he's consistent.
Mm-hmm. So's a shark.
Well, let's get back to the problem. Jacques, this business of yours,
Justin.
where does it go?
Justin, you promised to give Jacques the night off.
I never claimed to keep all my promises, particularly where a man's future is at stake. Now, here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. 2 exalted cops on top of the heap, and between you, you don't make as much money as a tongue-tied insurance agent.
That is exquisitely subtle.
I think, sir, you're underestimating the graft.
Well, all I'm really trying to do is to point out that Jacques has a few responsibilities now. He cannot play Sherlock Holmes and be married to Maggie Sinclair at the same time.
So far, so good.
All right, I'll put it another way. I am 73 years old, and maybe I'll get to be 74, but the doctors aren't all that
Daddy,
sure.
I really wish you wouldn't talk like that.
I am talking like that because there are times when these things need talking about. Eileen here has been running Sinclair International for the past 6 or 7 years, and doing a damn fine job. Now, you and Eileen get along very well. You always have. Now, when I go, my share of the company is going to be put in your lap. That way, I'll know that Eileen is going to stay right where she is, keeping Sinclair on an even keel.
Daddy, do we have to talk about that now? Besides, what about Sharon?
Oh, your sister's well taken care of. You don't have to worry about her. Anyway, I've already told her about this. Now, and as for you, I hate to say it because I still don't approve of this marriage, but you have a pretty good head on your shoulders. Sinclair International can use you. At least that's what Eileen thinks.
Oh, very much so, John. No less than the ambassador, no matter how unappetizing he makes himself.
Merci. You flatter me, Ambassador. But as you yourself have pointed out more than once, I'm a pretty old dog set in his ways. I like being a policeman.
Well, it's long been said that money is power. And power certainly is the way of this world. I think you'll change your mind.
I think we ought to toast to the new majority stockholder of Sinclair International.
And to the next tycoon.
No way.
Thought you weren't going to let it bother you.
Well, it does bother me. Any way you put it, it's a slap in my face.
Sharon, it's your father's stock, and that makes it his decision. Look, you can't really blame him. He's not a well man. He's looking for continuity. Maggie and Eileen are close. And with Eileen running Sinclair International, he's got that continuity.
Well, I'd get rid of her in 2 seconds flat. She was nothing when my mother died. It was merely a girl's Friday. Now, Maggie may have been young enough to be fooled by that ingratiating substitute mother act of hers, but not me. She never fooled me. And she's got the bottom line, that Miss Eileen Cole. She's got complete control of Sinclair International.
Don't you think that's a pretty insupportable statement? Eileen's had 25 years to work on the ambassador, but he's still leaving his stock to Maggie.
Well, of course, darling, obviously. He and Maggie have just always had that very special rapport. And what do you think is going to happen when my father does die? Eileen Cole is going to play her just like a violin.
You really do have a flair for the dramatic, Sharon. You see plots and intrigues everywhere. Anyway, what difference does it really make? After all, I'm legal counsel to Sinclair International.
You're only one of 50 of them, darling.
And you've got enough money for 2 lifetimes. Why don't you sit back and enjoy the one you've got?
Confessions of a boneless man? Oh, you don't know what it's like to fight for anything.
Oh, yes, I do. I am fighting to keep you.
Well, you're losing.
Tasted these spinach puffs?
No.
Oh, they're so good. They're so many little creamy things. I'm going to gain 20 pounds.
Why don't I get you a valise?
That reminds me, I had the most fantastic idea. Why don't we go visit them over Christmas?
Who?
Jacques and Maggie. Who else?
They live in Paris.
I know they live in Paris. That's the whole idea. Christmas in Paris. What an inspiration.
And it just came to you.
Well, we would have a free place to stay.
In other words, having extracted an invitation from Maggie, you have launched your campaign.
You might say that.
Mrs. McMillan, would you do me the honor?
I'd be delighted. Guard this with your life.
Oh, look at that.
Commissioner, you know him pretty well, don't you?
Yes, sir, and if you really want to know, he is corrupt. Virtually an alcoholic, has a sadistic streak a mile long, and he cheats on all of his mistresses.
That's not what I'm interested in.
I know what you're interested in. You want me to talk to him?
Exactly.
It won't do you any good.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
probably make a lousy businessman anyway.
The worst.
I suppose he is a pretty good cut.
The best.
Do you have the time?
Well, did you launch the campaign?
I was fantastically subtle. Of course, he picked up anyway.
Don't worry about it. I'll work on him. Christmas in Paris, that is a promise.
With my plate?
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm gonna have to start another one. Will you guys excuse me?
To you and Maggie.
To the four of us. You know, Mac, Sally's a fine girl. She has a very special joie de vivre.
We've both done pretty well since the last time we saw each other.
Those were good times.
Good times.
You know something? I have a confession to make. This marriage business. I really don't know how good I'm going to be at it. No.
I am.
Yeah, but we are different. I've lived alone for so long. I've enjoyed being a hermit.
Yeah.
His Majesty beckons.
Run.
Yes, of course.
Commissioner McMillan? Yes? Mrs. Arnold would like you to join her on the terrace.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad I caught you, Mac. Now listen, I'm going to be very direct and very obstinate.
Something about Christmas in Paris?
Aha, exactly. Now look, I've only known Sally for a very brief time, but we're very much alike and we both get what we want. So, what's the point in putting up a fuss?
Well, sounds great, Maggie. We'd love to go, but I don't think I can project my schedule this far in advance.
You just promise me to plan on it and the rest will take care of itself. Promise?
I promise.
True.
Somebody get a doctor. I'm a doctor. Marion, my bag's in the car.
What happened? Maggie? Maggie.
Who's in charge here?
I am, sir.
There was another waiter here. He's blonde, average build. Where is he?
I don't know. I don't have anyone who looks like that, sir.
Ma'am. She's gone.
It ought to turn up something. Got copies posted all over town.
I want him.
Mm-hmm.
I want to work on this case, Mike.
Jacques, do you think you should get involved in this?
I will do whatever is required of me.
I hope so.
Well, what have you learned about him?
Nothing. Posing as a waiter, that's all.
There's no question about it. That business of drawing you out onto the terrace was deliberate.
I didn't get it at the time, but Maggie wasn't expecting me out there. She said, "I'm glad I caught you, Mac." She wouldn't have said that if she was expecting me.
It's quite an operation. One man guides you into the target area, and the other man is waiting. Chances are they got away together.
It's my fault.
It's not true.
I didn't take Raymond Poole seriously enough.
Mac, you know as well as I do that in this business, one doesn't jump into bed and hide beneath the covers each time one's life is threatened. It's not your fault. I must be going now.
Sally will be along in a minute. Why don't you have dinner with us?
No, I'm having dinner with St. Clair. It's a difficult time for him, too.
Jacques, it's none of my business, but we all carry our grief differently, but are you all right?
Mac, my good friend, my wife has been murdered. And for me, this is the single greatest tragedy of my life. But Maggie would not want me to wallow in it. She would want me to go on and to catch her killer. And this I will do. With your help. We owe that to her. And as for me, well, we will take each day, yes?
I'll get him, Jacques. I'll get Raymond Poole, I promise you.
That won't be so easy from what I've heard.
No, it won't. He's got an airtight alibi.
You know, sometimes one is tempted to apply a bit of pressure.
Except one abides by the rules.
Well, of course.
And I know back in Paris you're used to doing things your own way.
But here I'm out of my jurisdiction, right?
Don't misunderstand. I want your help very much.
I understand perfectly. When I am a guest, I always abide by the rules of my host.
That's all I ask.
You know, Mac, I can understand why you're worried about Jacques.
I'm not worried. I'm just concerned.
Well, I don't know why you let him work on the case anyway.
Because he wants to.
I know, but it was his wife that was killed. Aren't you afraid he's going to blow his cool?
I'm more concerned how he reacts when this investigation is over, when he'll have nothing to concentrate on.
Mrs. McMillan, are we going to move?
After I just spent all that money for the new drapes?
The game, it's your move.
Ah, I thought it was your move. Let's see. Mildred. Check.
I'll get it.
I frankly don't know how he has the nerve to walk the streets anyway.
Who?
Raymond Poole. He's a killer.
Not till we prove it.
Hi, Jacques.
Ah, Sally.
Hi, Sergeant. Come on in.
Can I get you boys something to eat?
Un café, s'il vous plaît.
Ah, moi aussi, s'il vous plaît.
How you feeling, Jacques?
I said what?
How you feeling?
I'm fine, thank you.
I wish you would stay with us for a while.
No, I would only be in the way.
You would not be in the way, would he, Mag?
Well, he's a big boy. How's everything?
I'm exhausted, sir. Incidentally, Raymond Poole has been an absolute Boy Scout since we're onto him.
Mike, do you know a man named Morrison? Jake Morrison.
Jake Morrison. Hey, wasn't he associated with Poole years ago?
Yeah, they were partners.
Correct. There was a power struggle and Morrison lost.
Put it mildly.
Whatever happened to Jake Morrison?
Ask Jacques. He seems to be the current authority.
Whatever happened to Jake Morrison?
Well, thanks to your files, it seems Mr. Morrison has dropped out of sight. But perhaps if we can locate him, he just might relish the opportunity to settle an old score.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, let's find out where he is and talk to him first thing in the morning.
Bon.
Je comprends, Commissioner.
Charlie, you forever surprise me.
Merci. Actually, the good inspector here has been helping me to brush up on my French.
Sergeant, we can continue your lessons on the way back to headquarters.
Headquarters?
You must help me to locate the current address on Morrison.
Now?
But of course, if we are to get to Morrison in the morning, we must find out where he is tonight. N'est-ce pas?
Oui. Au revoir, Commissioner. Madame, back to the pits.
See you in the morning, Mac. Bonsoir, Sally.
Where's your coffee?
There is no time, Mildred.
No time.
Well, Mr. McMillan, have some coffee. Oh, short people never get a break.
Sid. Hello?
McMillan, it's been over a week and I haven't seen any results. What kind of incompetent show are you running? Do you want me to put some private detectives on the case?
I'm sorry you feel that way, Mr. Ambassador. We're looking for a killer, a very clever one. Takes time.
Well, there ought to be some results by now.
There will be.
I'll make it happen soon, Commissioner, because the next telephone call I make will be to the governor.
Not too friendly, I gather.
We're up to the ambassador. We'll be in Siberia by now.
All right.
Play.
What is it again you said you could do with the horse?
Mildred, that is your knight. Now, he can move any combination of 1, 2, or 2, 1 spaces.
I thought that's what you said you do with the little soldiers here.
Pawn.
That is a pawn. Now, he can advance 1 or he can advance 2 the first time you move him.
Except to take an opponent.
Except to take an opponent.
Then you move diagonally.
Oh, yeah, then you move diagonally.
I seem to hear an echo.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to move this little fella right here.
You can't do that, Mildred.
What did I do?
Why? You can't move him sideways. I just told you.
Commissioner.
What are you asking him? You don't...
I'm going to bed. Good night.
How about a little two-handed poker?
Oh, well, now you're talking.
I'm going to bed.
There it is, sir.
Where's Jacques?
He said he tried to meet us here.
You're sure this is the address?
Yes, sir. I wrote it down. 1210 Grove Street.
Jake Morrison?
Well, if it is Jake Morrison, sir, it's quite a come down for a big-time racketeer.
Or maybe it's a new and beautiful Jake Morrison, huh?
Hi, may I help you, gentlemen?
Yes, I'd like to see Mr. Morrison.
Oh, hold on a minute. I'll see if he's in his office.
McMillan, what the hell does he want?
It ain't gonna be a rubdown.
Get out of here.
He doesn't seem to be in.
Why don't you try again?
Yes, sir.
Why don't he take off?
I'm not here, McMillan. Beat it.
They're coming in. Clear it!
Come on over here.
Where's Morrison?
Can I help you, fellas?
Where's Morrison?
Jake, he must have left here about a half an hour ago.
About a half a minute
Hey,
ago.
where you going? Morrison ain't here!
I'm afraid that this gentleman and I collided. You are right, monsieur.
What is this?
Pardon, I'm sorry.
Can a guy jog around the block anymore?
You do have a sense of the dramatic, don't you, Jacques?
Oh. I don't know what's going on, but you got a case of false arrest on your hands, Commissioner.
You notice everybody's concerned with false arrest these days, Sergeant? I just want to talk to you. Why don't we go back to your office?
Who is this Frenchy guy, anyway?
Foreign exchange program.
Hitman? What are you talking about, Hitman? What would I know?
Because you're smart, Jake. You keep your eyes open.
Hey, look, I've been out of the big time 7, 8 years now. If Ray Poole wants to slug it out with the cops, let him make the papers. Me, I'm flying straight these days. I don't know from nothing.
What do you suppose this is, Charlie?
Well, sir, if I didn't know that Mr. Morrison was flying straight these days, I'd say it was a betting ticket.
Come on. That's a plant, and you guys planted it.
Did you plant it, Charlie?
No, sir.
Jacques? Are the numbers in French?
No.
It is not mine.
Must be yours, Jake.
All I know is you hear things on the street.
No one's holding you to anything.
The word is that Poole brought in this guy from out of town. I think his name is Sable.
What else?
That's it.
Jake, Ray Poole took you over the ropes a couple of years ago. How would you like a chance to get even?
Look, I'm not saying I don't hate his guts. But Poole did me a favor, you know. My blood pressure's down 50 points from the old days.
Well, the thing is, Jake, I really need you.
Why me? I don't want to get involved. There's guys out there with meat hooks, you know.
Perhaps Monsieur Morrison would care to explain the betting slip at headquarters, Mike?
Oh, we don't want to pressure him, Jacques.
Well,
all I'm asking is that he keep his ears open, get me a light on Sable.
All right, I'll keep in touch.
You bet.
Here we go, sir.
Yes? Send him in. We finally got something on Sable out of Chicago. Full name, Thomas NMI Sable, born in Cleveland, age 30. Record you wouldn't believe, in and out of everything with a wall around it.
may I?
Yeah. Quite a versatile killer. Knives, guns, explosives, even hit and run.
Animal. Is there a photograph?
Chicago's trying to dig one up, sir. It should be here no later than tomorrow.
Yeah, well, there's nothing more we can do. You coming to dinner, aren't you?
No. Huh? I'm going to do better than that.
Ha 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 ha. Sally finally got you.
She's a very persuasive woman.
You just don't want to miss anything.
Well, something like that, yes.
You can't come. Mildred.
I'm coming. Something like this takes time.
Well, what's so complicated about ice cream?
Oh, she's making something special. Where's your patience?
Oh, yeah, something special. The last time I had something special she made, I was on bicarbonate for 2 weeks.
I heard that.
Okay, 1 week.
Well, I don't know whether to serve this or have it bronzed.
Wow.
Incroyable.
What is this goo?
You know, Commissioner, I hate to say this, but sometimes you have the sophistication of a paw kettle.
Mildred, pay no attention to the commissioner. It looks superb.
Well, we'll give it the famous taste test. Oh, Mildred, you have done it again. No wonder half the crowned heads of Europe worship at your feet.
As I do at yours, talented lady.
Now, you see, him I like.
Whatever happened to good old ice cream?
Mildred's being creative.
Then let her vacuum something.
This is English trifle, and it's delicious.
I know what trifle is. I just didn't recognize it.
Paw kettle, I told you. How about a little more for those who appreciate three-star cuisine?
Superb, mes absolutement superb. Mademoiselle, may I kiss your hand? Oh, dear.
There are rewards in this job. Bon appetit, Inspector.
Merci.
And bon appetit to almost everyone else.
She's fantastic.
She is for sale. Excuse me. Hello?
Commissioner McMillan?
Yes?
I wonder if you remember me, Alan Joyce?
Yes, of course.
Good. My wife and I would like to talk to you. We think, well, that is, Sharon in particular thinks it could be very important.
How about tomorrow morning in my office, say around 10:30?
That'll be fine. Thank you, Commissioner. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Who was that, man?
Nobody. A departmental meeting.
Huh.
Well, I think I'll try some of this goo. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Too late. I see you have capitulated.
I have not capitulated. I have, however, in a moment of weakness, decided to try it.
Ah, well, very well. Tell me what you think, and don't spare my feelings.
I think I'll have some eggs. Where are the eggs?
Move over, Commish. I'll do it. How do you like your eggs?
Mildred, I have been known to cook an egg or two in my time. In fact, on those frequent days when you have off, I have perfected a 3-star fried egg and a toasted muffin, which is, in a word, superb.
Would you deign to let me toast the muffin?
Won't you?
Sweet. Ah, last one.
One does not slice the English muffin. One separates it in two, thusly.
Does one? How nice. Except these won't fit in our toaster.
One puts it in the oven. Are we out of eggs again?
Look in the 7-day meat keeper.
One hesitates to ask why eggs are kept in a 7-day meat keeper. Oh. Mildred.
Now, let me guess. You are looking for the frying pan.
Check.
Under the sink.
Why on earth is everything in this kitchen secreted in cupboards and drawers 12 inches from the floor?
I'll tell you what. The next time you're out shopping for a housekeeper, get one that's 6'4", will you? And then everything will be nice and high, just the way you like it.
Is Inspector Arnaud up yet?
Oh, up and out with crack of dawn. Want to know what he had for breakfast?
No.
Omelette a la Mildred. You know, he's quite a guy. And I don't say that because he thinks I'm talented, witty, intelligent, and attractive, and appealingly diminutive.
But it helps.
Oh, it don't hurt.
Mildred.
Oh, say, I am sorry about that.
I had my heart set on fried eggs and toasted muffins.
Yeah, well, why don't you just have the eggs with a side of trifle?
Blech.
You are a picky eater, aren't you? Listen, I think this must have fallen out of his luggage.
I'll give it back to him.
You don't suppose he left that behind for me to find, do you? Sort of a romantic symbol?
I doubt it.
Me too.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Joyce are here, sir.
Send them in. Morning.
Good morning. I think you remember Sharon?
Yes, nice to see you again.
Commissioner?
Nice to see you. Thank you. Please sit down.
Thank you. Frankly, Commissioner, Sharon's the one who prompted this visit. But I guess you know the Sinclairs are a stubborn bunch.
So I've heard.
Alan takes most things a bit less seriously than I do, Commissioner. But I think these are well worth you looking into.
They're extracts of stock purchases, Commissioner. Recently, I discovered that a rather large amount of Sinclair stock had been acquired by various holding companies. When Sharon learned about it, she became a little upset.
Very upset. Every one of those holding companies is owned by Raymond Poole.
Poole? Why would he be interested in Sinclair stock?
That's exactly the question. Why? Unless he's acquiring a voice in the company. A big voice.
Well, I thought control of the company was vested in the family.
Well, that's true, but it's a very divided family, Commissioner. Myself and Eileen Cole. My father really isn't a factor in this. Eileen administers his stock. But with his 20% and Eileen's 8%, Miss Eileen Cole has a great deal of power.
Are you trying to tell me that Miss Cole is quietly selling off her father's stock?
Of course. The same stock that Raymond Poole is buying up just as fast as it hits the market.
Well, I'm a little confused. I mean, what you're telling me is not a police matter. Why don't you talk to your father or Miss Cole?
Well, that's what I've been saying right along. I still think that Eileen Cole ought to be given a chance to state her case.
I am not interested in what Eileen Cole has to say. I'm sure you understand, Commissioner, that I am not fond of Eileen Cole, but that's not the point. I am convinced that she is no less responsible for Maggie's death than Raymond Poole.
That's a very strong accusation.
Not really. Not if Eileen Cole and Raymond Poole are conspiring to take over the company. You see my point, Commissioner? If I'm right, then the one situation that neither one of them can afford is that court case now pending against Poole. And you know why? Because in the course of the trial, Poole's stock purchases are bound to come out. And you know what's going to happen to Sinclair International when that hits the market? The whole bottom's going to drop right out.
In other words, what Sharon's suggesting is that Poole and Eileen Cole conspired to kill you in order to kill the case.
I'm sure of it.
It's nothing but a theory, Sharon. It's a bit unseemly, isn't it? Hanging out the family wash on the heels of Maggie's death?
If my sister was killed because of a power-grabbing scheme of Eileen Cole, don't you think it ought to be hung out on the wash?
Well, I don't like it.
No, of course not. You don't like anything that disturbs your status quo.
I'm quite sure the commissioner isn't interested in our bickering, Sharon.
No. But I'm sure he's interested in justice. Commissioner, there is nothing that I can do with that information. If I go to my father, well, he'll just think I'm acting out of spite and listen to anything that Eileen Cole tells him. And if I go to her, well, she'll just give me a twisted story and then go and cry on my father's shoulder. Commissioner, I'm asking you for your help.
May I keep these?
Of course.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes, indeed.
Let me see your license. Oh, it's you, sir. What's going on?
Crazy driver.
Yes.
Ambassador,
Well,
I'd like to talk to you.
unless you can show some progress, there's nothing to talk about.
You shouldn't be up, Jason.
Perhaps I've come at the wrong time.
Nothing wrong with right now, nothing wrong with me.
Well, you're not going to prove anything by standing out. The doctor wants you off your feet.
What can he be expected to say? He's paid to make mountains out of molehills. Oh, don't worry about me. This is just one of those little scares that God likes to throw at 73-year-old men. What did you want to see me about, Commissioner?
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you both. What do you know about Raymond Poole?
Well, I know he's the lowest form of reptile on this earth.
Are you aware that he's been buying up Sinclair stock?
Poole?
Well, there's no way of controlling the sale of common stock. Now, I'm sure you're aware of that, Commissioner.
Frankly, it's been suggested to me that he's been buying family-owned stock.
That's a lie! A lie! Do you hear me?
Anyone.
Sorry, I didn't know he was so ill when I called.
He's been like that since Maggie. We don't know if it's going to get any better. Why don't we go into my office? It's just in the other wing.
Impressive.
It's an unlikely place to headquarter a company. But the ambassador likes to know it's close. Even though he rarely visits this part of the house. You were right about Raymond Poole. He has acquired a good deal of Sinclair stock. Family-owned stock.
That's straight enough. Mind telling me why?
Simplest of reasons. Company needs cash. In order to raise it, I floated a certain amount of privately held stock. But I think there's something that you ought to understand right now. That until this week, I had no idea that the purchasing company that bought the stock was owned by Poole. Let's get down to brass tacks, Commissioner. You wouldn't be here unless you suspected some sort of conspiracy between Poole and Sinclair International. And more specifically, between Poole and me. Well, no such conspiracy exists. If it did, I could easily have manipulated the sale of the ambassador stock rather than my own. The money paid for the stock has been turned over as a personal loan from me. As for Raymond Poole, well, he seems to be investing pretty heavily in the market these days. He's simply happened to invest in Sinclair International. That's all there is to that.
I'll say one thing, Miss Cole. If you were planning on taking over the company, this would be a pretty poor way to go about it.
Commissioner, there's nothing in this world that I would do to hurt Justin Sinclair. We've had a long and unique association. It's coming to an end. When he goes, I'm going to make Sharon Joyce very happy. I'm going to leave without a word. She did come to you, didn't she? It's funny. Sharon has always thought of me as some sort of a power-mad interloper. I never wanted all of this. Well, when the ambassador dies, it's all going to be Sharon's. And I won't miss it a bit.
You had this all ready for me, didn't you?
Well, it was ready for someone. When I discovered that Poole had been buying up our stock, I knew there was room for a misunderstanding, particularly from Sharon. Yes? Oh, just a minute. It's for you, Commissioner.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
Jake Morrison just called in, sir. He's got something.
I'll be there in 30 minutes. Thank you, Miss Cole. You've been very helpful.
Well, I'll walk you to the door.
No, that's not necessary. I know how busy you are. I'll find my way out.
How you feeling?
Never mind me. Has McMillan gone?
He just left. I think you're being a little hard on him, Justin. He's doing his job.
Accusing us of being in cahoots with Raymond Poole? You call that doing his job?
Oh, it's all been taken care of. He made an honest mistake.
If I thought a man like Poole owned 5 cents worth of Sinclair, I'd never get another night's sleep.
I don't want you to do anything. So just take care of yourself.
Oh, they haven't been all bad, have they? 15 years.
Granary?
That's Jake's new lifestyle, sir.
Any sign of Inspector Arnault?
No, sir, not since this morning. He mentioned something about renting a car. I think he went on out to the cemetery, sir.
Oh. Did you leave him a message?
Yeah, I left a note telling him we'd be here and to meet us here if we got back in time. Oh, and Commissioner, we really lucked out, sir. Chicago sent us a picture of Sable.
Aha. Good.
Commissioner? Here.
Ah, thank you.
Try the number 3 plate. Terrific. Natural. Everything natural. A healthy body and a healthy mind. You know what I mean?
You're a model of self-improvement, Jake.
It's all part of the spiritual thing. Everything clean, wholesome.
Too bad they didn't serve that back in reform school.
I got a little something for you, but there's no guarantees that go with it.
Yeah.
23 Castle Street, apartment 4J. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
We'll see you again, Jake.
Do me a favor, huh? Don't make it too quick.
Dale?
Let's find out. He's pretty good. All right, if he wants to catch us.
Maybe he lost us.
Either that or he's pretty smart. One way or another, we can't sit around here all day. Well, I'll be damned.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. We have this continuing problem of affecting a rendezvous, do we not?
What were you doing tailing us?
My dear Mac, I am trying to explain that I have not been telling you. I received the sergeant's note. I drove to the restaurant. I arrived just when you were leaving. I followed your tortured and paranoid path, and now I am here to join you. Okay? Now this Marcus, he has some news?
An address? It might be Sable's.
Then what are we waiting for? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It's yours, isn't it?
I don't deny it, yes.
It's a magnesium-tipped bullet. It not only kills people, it tears people apart.
I know what it can do,
We
Mac,
can't use it
all
here.
right?
It's against the law. Now, I may feel the same way you do, but I'm trying to run a police department, not a private club for revenge. Do I make myself clear?
Sergeant? Could you check the clip for me, if you please?
They're not mag tips, sir. They're straight slugs.
Mac. This one is a souvenir. I've had it for years.
I'm sorry.
Ça ne fait rien. Well, let us go, huh? No, no. Your car. Mine costs 12 cents a mile.
The French? Charlie, cover the rear. We'll go in through the front.
You all right?
Yes. We just heard from Mr. Sable.
What was it, Mac?
Hand grenade. Opening the door primed it. Not the most original booby trap ever made, but pretty effective.
Seems I owe you something, Mac. Thank you.
One thing certain, Sable didn't set this up by himself.
Morrison?
Let's go pay him a visit.
Me? How do you figure me?
Because you're the guy that sent us there.
That's crazy. You think I'd set you up and still be sitting here? I'd be in Alaska by now.
Not if you didn't expect us to live.
Look, McMillan, you squeeze me and I go out and I hustle up information. And I told you right out there was no guarantee on it. How do you think I feel? I was taken too, you know.
By whom?
Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
I'm not interested in your pride. I want to know who it is.
I put the word out on the street. At first, nothing. And then this guy I know comes up with the address. And it cost me $100. A guy named Andrew Green.
Where's he live?
On the other side of Golden Gate Park.
Right. You go first this time.
He floats around. Maybe he's not even there.
Let's take a chance.
A guy could get killed, you know. Thing I can't figure out is this guy's been solid. He comes to you with something and you go with it.
I know Angie Green. He served 2 times for burglary. He's a runner, a dealer, a pimp, you name it.
In other words, a quality citizen. Just the kind you can depend on. Excuse me, please. Angie Green?
Yeah, that's him.
Not very popular, was he? Who's she?
His girlfriend. She lives here.
You're the police? I called the police.
Yeah, what happened?
She came home from work a little while ago. Found him just the way you see him. She started screaming. I came in. Then I called the police.
Mac.
Yeah. We'll have the lab cab ticket.
What's wrong?
The waiter at the party, who was missing, remember? He was tied in with Sable right from the beginning.
Right up to the end.
Yeah. Let's take a look around. Jack? Find anything?
McMillan, you find yourself another seeing-eye dog. This guy Sable's a maniac, and maybe he ain't too happy with me. You know what I mean?
He won't hurt you. You don't know enough.
Yeah? I don't see it in writing. So if you want to lock me up, that's okay. Otherwise, I'm getting out of this place for a while.
All right, you can go. Two links to Sable, and they both turned out to be Angie Green. Now he's dead.
Back where we started.
Yeah.
We have nothing.
Let's go back to the office.
No, you go ahead, Mac. I have the rental car to pick up, and perhaps I'll walk for a while.
He just said it. We got nothing. Well, I know something we can do. Get the word out on the streets. The police are planning a series of massive raids and arrests. The whole city is going to be turned upside down. It's going to stay that way until Sable is out of the way. Use every pipeline you can. That'll flush him out.
Yeah? Commissioner? I put the word out on the street, sir. Within an hour, any punk willing to sell a rumor for $10 will be spreading the word that Sable is a very hot ticket.
Good.
Maybe we'll get lucky for a change.
Yeah, maybe. Anything from the lab on Angie Green?
Well, we don't have a detailed analysis yet, but the preliminary report isn't terrific either. Whoever killed Angie Green knew exactly what he was doing.
Like Sable, for instance?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not Sable.
Why not?
It doesn't make any sense. Why would he kill Angie?
Sable killed Green because he knew that Green was going to nail him to save his own skin.
Mob will kill him if he did that.
Commissioner, Sable wasn't brought to San Francisco for a sightseeing tour. When I told you there was a contract out on you, I had that information from a very reliable source.
I don't doubt that.
Well, then you've got to believe that it was Raymond Poole who hired Sable and that this whole thing is Poole's game.
Are you trying to tell me this is a pool game?
Oh, sir. I'd never say a thing like that.
If it is, he's not the only player, and that's your cue.
Speaking of players, sir, have you heard from Jacques?
No, not since we left Angie Green's.
I hated to see him go off all depressed like that.
Oh, he's not depressed.
Well, he wasn't exactly doing a tap dance, sir.
When Jacques' depressed, he's all over the place, looking for clues, searching through files, anything that'll give him a lead.
Do you think he knows something and he isn't telling us?
Possible.
Well, I know he's our friend, sir, but I'm going to put a tail on him.
No. He's too good.
Well, what are we supposed to do? Wait around here until he makes a move?
You can wait around here.
Where are you going?
Home? I'll wait around there.
Pool game?
Thank you. Your Paris-France party is on the line.
Merci, operator. Alors, Gervais.
Inspector, is that you?
Listen to me, Gervais. This is very important. Do you know the jeweler Chantier and Company in La Place Vendôme?
Reputation, sir. My salary provides little reason to visit the establishment.
It is absolutely vital that you contact Monsieur Chantier himself. Have him check his records and find out who purchased the platinum lighter. Leaf Design. Numbers D as in Devilla, 27. 27. Do you have that?
Yes, sir. I'll check it out first thing in the morning.
Now, Gervais. It must be done now.
Sir, it's 2 a.m. in Paris. What can be done at this hour?
I don't know, but there's only one way to find out.
Hi.
Hi.
You're early. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a long, moody evening. What happened?
We were close to something. Really close. Now I'm back to square one.
Well, shoot. Where's Jacques?
Well, he ought to be along in a minute.
You know, you were right. He is amazing. I can't believe the way he's taking everything so well.
I don't know. He's too quiet. He defers to my authority. He's always there. He's not like him. I'm afraid that he'll go off like a time bomb once all this is settled.
He's a pro. You told me that yourself.
The shock is beginning to wear off. He's getting, I don't know what it is, angry. I don't know. It scares me. I'm beat.
You want a drink?
Yes. Triple martini. What's for dinner?
Funny you should ask about dinner, Commissioner. It's only 5 o'clock.
Go get the drink.
What's so funny about that?
Well, last night I said, Mildred, lift these people on wings of your culinary genius. And what was the result? A 3-star trifle.
I know. Crowned heads of Europe and all that.
But tonight I didn't have the call.
You didn't have the call.
I didn't make dinner.
No dinner.
Well, of course there's dinner. It ought to be here any minute.
You are not going to say...
Fender's Fish and Chips.
She said it anyway. Fender's Fish and Chips. Cheers.
Hello? Yes, this is he.
Inspector, absolutely no luck, sir. I finally got through to Madame Chantier. It seems Monsieur Chantier is out of town. Madame said he'd be back in the shop by morning.
Doesn't she know where he is?
Well, not really, sir. She is convinced that Monsieur Chantier is with his mistress, whom she does not know, but whom she intends to shoot at some future date.
Contact Monsieur Chantier the first thing when he arrives in the morning. When you have something, call me at 536-6674, Commissioner McMillan's home number. And don't worry about the time. Call me.
Inspector, is something seriously wrong?
Good night, Gervais.
Is it that bad?
It's not that good.
You should have stuck with a salad like me.
What'd you expect for $5?
For $5, even ptomaine would be chewable.
Okay, I'll get something to wash it down.
I'll get. Hello? Who is this? It's for you.
Who is it?
Mac and Sable.
Sable. Yes?
Ah, my name's Sable. You want to make a deal, McMillan?
When? Why not now? Right, Pier 31. Got it.
What did he say?
Wants to meet me, make a deal.
Well, you're not thinking of doing it. Mac, it's crazy to think about that. Sable is the killer. It's just about dark outside. He's setting up a trap.
Oh, he knows I'm not stupid enough to walk into a trap. A man like Sable exists in the darkness, yet he telephones me for a meeting in the daylight. Why?
Because he's thinking that you'll be thinking the way you're thinking. That's why he's going to catch you off your guard.
No, the pressure's too strong. So much so he's willing to expose himself to make a deal.
You're not going to go there alone.
No, call Enright. Have him meet me at Pier 31.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
Your black mask and silver bullets.
Well, I thought I'd leave him at home since my horse is in the shop.
Come on, I'm serious, Mac. Why would you go alone when you've got the whole San Francisco police force to help you?
He'll come on too strong. We'll scare him off.
How could Red Riding Hood have been so very good and still kept the wolf from the door? Father and mother, she had none. So where in the world did the money come from? Pray let me ask it, who filled her basket? The story books never tell. Bum, bum, bum. They say that she was the nicest of girls. Bum, 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 bum.
Come on, Sergeant.
Hello? Hello?
Jacques, I'm so glad
glad you're back.
What happened?
Listen, Sable called. He wanted to make a deal. Mac went to meet him.
Tell me where.
You'll never find it alone. I'll take you there. I better try Sergeant Enright one more time before we go.
Hello? What? Yeah, I got it. I'll be right there, Mrs. McMillan.
There's Mac's car. He must be on the pier.
Sally, I want you to leave.
Oh, no. No way.
Please keep out of sight and lock the car.
Good luck, Jacques.
Thank you. Hey, Mac! Look out!
Get back in the car, Sally! Call an ambulance! Drop it!
Commissioner, Mrs. McMillan said that she and Inspector Arnaud were on their way here. Where are they, sir?
She's back at Pier 31. She's all right, but Sable here just shot the inspector.
Wait a minute, I didn't shoot anybody. You got it all wrong.
I saw it.
You didn't see anything. I'm telling you, I waited in my car outside the pier till maybe 5 minutes ago, just in case you had an army crawling around the place. Finally, I go onto the barge by that big crane. First thing I hear, somebody's blasting away. What do you expect me to do? I go back to my car. Next thing I know, you're on my back.
Commissioner, this gun hasn't been fired.
Sure. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't hit anybody back there. I'm telling you, I didn't hit Angie Green either. I didn't hit Sinclair's daughter. Somebody is running around this town with a hot gun. They're throwing it on my head.
I suppose you didn't know anything about a contract on me.
Oh, yeah, sure, I knew about that. Poole brought me in on it, but not as a hit. I was just supposed to make you a little nervous.
Okay, you did your job. You made me nervous. Now, why this setup?
Huh. Because the man wanted another push. And when the man wants another push, you do what the man wants. You know what I mean, Commissioner? You know what I mean.
Cuff him. gonna make it?
We don't know yet.
Intensive care. Just a moment. It's for you, Commissioner.
Me?
Same woman.
Oh, it's Mildred. Why don't you take it?
Hi, Mildred. Wait a minute. Do you have a pencil and paper I could borrow? Sure. We don't know yet. We're still waiting to hear. Okay. Uh-huh. Slow down low. Lighter? Do you leave a number? Okay, I'll call you if anything happens, okay. That was Mildred. She just got a call from Paris. Somebody named Andre Gervais.
The Jacques' assistant. I've met him. How would he know Jacques was hurt?
Well, he didn't, not until Mildred told him. Now, the way Mildred explains it, Gervais was returning Jacques' call. Jacques had asked him to check on something, a lighter. He said it was very important.
A lighter?
A platinum lighter. Now, he described it to him. He told him to go to an exclusive jeweler's in Paris and check it out. He did. Now he's got the information, but he doesn't know what to do with it because Jacques can't talk to him. He thought maybe you might be able to help him.
I have no idea. Whatever it is, it has to do with Maggie's murder.
Well, I think Jacques has stumbled onto something.
Maybe it has to do with... Did Gervais leave a number?
Yeah, Elise 9333.
Nurse, may I make a phone call, please?
Yes, of course.
Operator. Yes, I'd like to make a call to Paris, please. Elise 9333. Person to Mr. Andre Gervais. Yes, this is a police emergency. This is Commissioner McMillan calling. I'd like the call charged to my office, extension 4321. Remember this a minute. Nurse, may I see Inspector Arnaud's personal effects, please?
Attendez une seconde.
Andre! McMillan! Fine, thank you. How are you? Platinum lighter. Leaf design.
Yes, that's the lighter. Apparently, the inspector found it in someone's apartment. The apartment of someone who was killed.
MG Green. Nothing. Go on.
I visited the jewelry shop this morning. It seems the lighter was one of two items purchased that day by Madame Arnaud. The other was a necklace, also engraved with a leaf design.
Who did you say that was?
Madame Arnaud. Of course, this was some time before she and the inspector were married, so perhaps I should have said Mademoiselle Sinclair. In any event, the necklace was purchased for herself. The lighter was sent out as a gift.
A gift? Do you know to whom? Oh, you're sure? You're not mistaken. Well, all right, thank you. What? Yes, I'll let you know. Yes, thank you, Andre. Goodbye.
He's not mistaken about whose name.
Doctor.
Oh, Commissioner, we got the bullet out. It's gonna be close. We won't know anything for a few hours.
Oh, no, he's tough on you.
Oh, Commissioner. How's the inspector doing?
Well, bullet's out, that's about all. We have to go someplace. Charlie, can you stay here for a while?
I'll be fine.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I got the egg salad that you wanted. They only had tuna fish on egg
Charlie.
bread. There's a submarine in there for me.
Enright.
I couldn't get any pickles.
Make sure no one touches the submarine, Sergeant.
Where are we going?
Ambassador, sorry to bother you again.
Let me do the apologizing, Commissioner. I've been pretty crusty. We heard about Jacques. How is he?
He's out of the operating room. We'll have to keep our fingers crossed.
When does it stop? Are we destroying whole families these days?
Ambassador, we're starting to get some of the answers, but a lot of what we don't know revolves around this lighter. Some time ago, Maggie bought this lighter in Paris. Do you recognize it?
Of course. She sent it to me for my birthday. Must have been 2 or 3 years ago. What is it? I don't understand.
Maggie's murderer had an accomplice. The accomplice ended up with that lighter. How did he get it?
I didn't keep it. The doctor ordered me to stop smoking, so I gave it away.
Come on in. It's not locked.
All right, come in here. Why did you do it? What could you possibly hope to gain?
It wasn't what I had to gain. It's what I stood to lose. My wife was going to leave me. She said I was a loser. I wanted to prove to her she was wrong. You see, with Maggie gone, my wife would have inherited everything. And then, you see, I would have told her I'd killed Maggie. To show her I wasn't weak. And that I'd done it for her. You do see, don't you, Commissioner? I only did it for my wife.
She was right. You are a loser.
Do you know what time it is, Mac?
Time for the rooster to crow.
I'm still wide awake.
Yeah, so am I.
You know, there's one thing I still don't understand. You know the waiter that was killed? Arnie Green?
Angie
Green. How did he get the lighter?
Well, to begin with, he was a compulsive thief. Joyce thought he'd lost it. Green grabbed it when they had one of their meetings.
Alan Joyce. I still can't believe it. He's so mild and inoffensive.
Sometimes those are the people you have to worry about. Killing Maggie gave him a new lease on life.
Boy, when he set that booby trap, he must have been in seventh heaven.
A very sick seventh heaven.
How did he know you were meeting Sable? You know, if Jacques hadn't shown up when he did, you would have been Alan Joyce's third victim. And Sable would have been blamed again.
I think it was merely a lot of pressure building up. Thought it was time to get rid of me.
What's going to happen to Poole?
For one thing, he's got an indictment in the works, plus a new star witness to testify. Sable. Yes. Yes, the hospital. We'll be right there.
Hello, Jacques.
Oh, Sally. Tu vas bien.
Tu vas très bien.
Me too. We did it. We finally worked together. You know, Mac, I was thinking, the night of the party, remember when I told you I had doubts about marriage? You were right. Would have worked out fine.
That's it, Commissioner. I shouldn't have let you in.
Listen, Mildred sends her love, and she says you better hurry up and get better because she's working on a 5-star menu.
Oh, good. She can make up for Fender's fish and chips.
Well, you're not invited. Well, it's still early. You want to go home and cuddle?
Or we can go down to the wharf, have a nice, huge breakfast. Here. Call her.
Tails.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mandel.
It's Friday. I can't do anything about it
But I'll
until
have him
Monday.
call
No,
you
I'm
as
sorry
soon
to
as
have
he's
to rush you off.
Commissioner, we didn't take up that Dawson
Commissioner
proposal.
McMillan's
That
office.
took him 4 months. He can wait
No,
1 week for an
Mr.
answer.
I'm sorry, he's
But, sir, we have
When
this-
he comes out, I'll have him call. If you'll just leave your
Maggie,
telephone.
pull the plug. I gotta get out of
But
here.
your phone messages.
Any from the President of the United States?
No.
Good. The rest can wait.
Commissioner, you have an appointment with Sergeant Rupert. Been waiting an hour.
Well, don't you think you can stall him or something?
I think you should stall him yourself.
Commissioner, I'm Sergeant Rupert.
Oh, you do?
I won't take up much of your time, sir.
Well, you know how it is. Something has come up.
Does that mean you won't be able to see me at all?
Well, sometimes it's necessary to shuffle priorities when an emergency arises.
Sure, I understand. I had it all the time in administration. Of course, now I'm in investigation. I've written this proposal for new training techniques. Could I leave it with you?
Sure.
Oh, let me put my number on it, just in case you have any questions. I'll be home all weekend.
Very good. Call me next week. We'll set up an appointment.
Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. Thanks. He's terrific. Hey there. Hi, Maureen. I've been trying to get over here all week to see you. Did you get a place to live? Oh, I found one. Moved in and got flooded out by a busted water main. No. So I'm living in a motel. Well, it's silly. You can stay with me. Well,
Hi, Janet.
hi.
See you about 7, okay?
Okay.
I put my housekeeper on a train, so nobody will be there. Just bring your toothbrush. I've got everything else you need.
Fine.
I hope you're looking forward to this weekend as much as I am.
I'm sure I am. Excuse me, Commissioner. Have a nice weekend. Both of you.
Stuart J. McMillan. The other was Janet Carney. Now, the door to the back was open. The screen was ajar. The windows were all blown out, almost all over the house, as you know. Okay, what else?
About these people you just mentioned. Are you involved?
Those are the people that we know of that were involved in the accident. We're checking them out.
DiMaggio, I heard the call go out.
Hi, Maureen. It looks like most of the damage was confined to just one room.
I think a friend of mine might have been in the apartment.
Janet Carney?
Yeah.
Well, they just took her off.
Where? To the hospital?
No.
Oh.
Did you know her very well?
I helped her get a job with the department.
I told the commissioner that when Joe Murchison is going to threaten somebody, he's not just popping off.
What about the commissioner?
Well, go back.
There you go, Goldie. There's a change out.
Thank you.
Get the top pliers out. They're hitting on them.
Okay.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. What's the matter with these lakes of yours? They're supposed to let go of the fish every now and then.
Where you been fishing?
Lake Kazanka, south side.
It's all right if you like to taste a little bit carp.
You know a better place?
Well, sure, I know a lot of places. I got maps. I got it around here. Oh, there you go. Look at him. Just one left. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? What'd you get for it?
Well, I like to make my customers, keep them happy. Just good public relations.
Well, thank you kindly.
But I do have expenses duplicating them. I'll be $10.
You know, the half of the fun of fishing is finding the right spot, don't you?
$7. Just be breaking even.
I tell you what, in case I strike out, I'll take one of those chops there.
You got a place around here?
No, I borrowed it from a friend.
That's really something, friend. Waiting this late in the season.
You know what they say about gift horses?
I don't know nothing about horses. I'm allergic to them.
Oh.
There you go. That'll be $9.52.
$9.52?
Well, the trout was $7. What are you talking about? There you go, boy. You know something? You'd have been a lot better off taking that nap. Come back and see me. How much I say the map was?
$10.
So is the glasses. Muchas gracias. Come back and see me.
I'll try.
Sir, I still think we ought to wait for Lieutenant Enright to get back. He ought to be doing this, Chief. All right. Our first speaker today will be Chief Paulson. Chief Paulson.
There could be no more appropriate spot than this to honor the memory of Stuart J. McMillan. Mac loved this building. He loved this courtyard. And I like to feel that he's here with us right now, looking down, smiling that smile that we all know so well. And I think he'd be pleased if I repeated a story that is typical of the man. When I was first appointed to the rank of chief, he called me into his office to congratulate me. And I said to him, Commissioner, we are going to stamp out crime in San Francisco, or I'm going to die trying. And he said, Chief, since the Widow's Fund is running a little low, I hope that's not necessary. Yes, he's always ready with wit, wisdom, courage.
They're having a memorial for you.
Never mind all that. I can't talk to you now. I want you to meet me in an hour at the Palace Motel.
Why?
Do you want to go back to administration?
No.
Do you want to stay in investigation?
Yeah.
Then meet me there. I'll be registered under the name of, Sam Stew Chief. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. You all right?
Yeah.
Smile. All right. And don't tell anybody you saw me.
Right.
And we promise ourselves that the murderer of Stuart J. McMillan and Janet
Carney
will be brought to swift and uncompromising justice.
Yes?
It's Maureen.
Come on in.
I don't think so, sir.
Why?
Commissioner, there are things that are bothering me about this.
Come on in. Now, what's bothering you?
Are you aware that Janet was only 22 years old?
No.
She was. Now, I realize that in our society, a lot of women prefer older men. And I don't want you to think that I don't sympathize with your situation.
What situation are you sympathizing with?
Obviously, in recovering from the death of your wife, you have certain needs.
Obviously. Now get to the point.
You and Janet were together.
We were clearly not together.
She was in your apartment.
And Janet is dead.
Yes.
And the man that was with her in my apartment is dead.
Yes.
Then explain it to me. If I spent the weekend with her, how come I'm alive when the man who was with her is dead?
I don't understand any of this, sir.
I don't either. Sit down.
Thank you. It's just that I feel somehow responsible for Janet. And if she wasn't with you, what was she doing in your apartment?
I loaned it to her. She told me her place had a busted water main.
Yeah, she told me that.
Actually, we swapped places.
For what?
For Uncle's cabin on Lake Agonza.
Oh.
I needed a few days to myself, that's all. Didn't think it would turn out to be such a big deal.
Then you mean you and Janet never... Well, as I said, what went on between the two of you is really none of my business.
Now I have a question for you. How could they identify the body as mine?
I guess the explosion and fire really did a job.
Didn't the lab come up with anything?
They're working on it, but they can't be sure. The man was about your size, and your car was in its stall.
Oh, I had it in for repairs, and the garage called and said it wouldn't be ready till Saturday. Will you sit still?
I'm still, sir.
So rather than lose a night at the lake, I left my car for Janet and took hers.
I guess they just assumed it was you. Who else would be in your apartment at that hour?
I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Me?
You knew her?
I knew her in college. She was a freshman and I was a senior. But as to who she'd been dating recently, I have no idea. Why are you hiding?
I need a little more time. I have to assume the man who was after me thinks he succeeded.
Yeah,
If he was after me.
but... Oh,
And if he wasn't, I have to find out who he was after.
you mean the man he killed?
Let's put it this way. If the cat thinks the mouse is dead, there are certain advantages to the mouse.
Don't you think you should tell the department about this, though?
No. No, not yet. Of course, it'll be tough on Agatha, my housekeeper. Well, I can't help that. There are a couple of things I want you to do.
Yes, sir.
You got a pencil? Paper? Right.
Oh. Shoot, sir. Hi. Hello.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Hello, Sergeant.
Oh, hello, Chief.
What's that?
These are Janet Carney's things. She was a friend of mine, on a personal basis. I just thought if there was something I could do to help.
The homicide people will take care of it. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Loved your speech.
Oh, you did, really? Yeah. I felt special eloquence was called for. Thank you. Thank you.
Then there were 3 lipsticks, a comb, a lighter, theater ticket stub.
Have a date on it?
Last November, a production at Theater University. And then this thing from Cyril's church.
This thing?
Yeah, you know, a mimeograph sheet. One that has the prayers on one side and the day's activities on the other. There weren't many of those, though.
Was Janet Catholic?
Yeah, but I don't think she went regularly.
Was there a date on the sheet?
Yeah, last Saturday.
That was the day she died.
Maybe she went to Mass.
Or confession.
They can do that any day of the week.
There's only one way to find out.
Commissioner, your disguise.
Oh. Sergeant, your purse. Father?
Hello, may I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for the parish priest. Are you he?
Temporarily. Father Revere's been ill. Ordinarily, I'm his assistant. I'm Father Matheson.
Father? Interesting church.
Interesting churches are not necessarily always beautiful churches, although in this case, as you can see, it is.
Didn't Bing Crosby play you in a movie once?
I couldn't whistle Toodalooda if St. Peter himself demanded it. Have we met?
I don't think so.
I can't say whether I recognize your name since you haven't given one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stuart McMillan, Commissioner of Police. Father, is there any place where we can talk privately?
That's usually done in the confessional.
I'm not here for a confession. I just want to talk.
Either my office or the cloister, take your pick.
I presume the cloister is as private as the office?
And prettier.
Even though I'm not a Catholic, Father, I would like this conversation held in confidence.
Anytime I'm engaged in professional counseling, I'm ethically bound to secrecy, even if it doesn't have the same moral strictures as the confessional.
I see.
Are you here for professional counseling?
No. I'm here to talk about Janet Carney.
What about her?
You do know her.
I did. According to the newspaper, she's dead. You were in the same newspaper. Your picture. I'm afraid I don't understand.
It's complicated. Lots of things I don't know myself, but I would like to know some things, well, anything, about Janet.
What sort of things?
She was here last Saturday, wasn't she?
And if she was?
I'm trying to identify the man she died with. The one they assumed was me. Did she mention anything about anyone? Somebody she was intimate with?
Commissioner, she did come, but it was for confession. And I'm sure you're aware that I just can't talk about that.
I am. Do you suppose you could talk about what she didn't say?
What do you mean?
You could save me running up and down a blind alley.
Good point. I guess I wouldn't be violating my vows by discussing what she didn't say.
Which was?
She didn't say anything that would be helpful to you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Scare you a little bit?
A lot.
Mind if I drive?
Well, I can drive.
Well, since I'm going to drop you off, this makes better sense.
They located Joe Murchison. They're bringing him in for questioning. He's the one that DiMaggio thinks is behind this.
Oh, good. Then I can stick with Janet.
How'd you know where I live?
I looked it up in a book.
A book?
The telephone directory.
Oh.
Do you always ask such dumb questions?
Well, what questions am I supposed to ask? Like, where are you dropping me off?
For instance?
Well, I assume you're dropping me off at a car rental agency, considering the fact that you need transportation. And you can't rent a car yourself without identification. Of course, you could keep on driving Janet's car, but the police are looking for it, so that wouldn't be very smart of you. Where are you dropping me off? All set.
Here, best hot dogs in town.
No, thank you. I'm trying to skip lunches lately.
Why?
Well, I'm starting to curve a little more than I used to.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Really?
When did you see Janet last? I mean, before she joined the department.
Last April. I went back for an alumni meeting.
Did you talk to her?
Just casually. Somebody said she'd been spending all her time with her studies.
All her time? Does that sound like Janet to you?
Pretty girls can be smart.
I've noticed.
What was her major?
History. Are you going out to the university?
Well, I struck out at the church. Figured Janet's my only lead.
See Dr. Winninger. She's the active head of the department.
Okay, give me the keys.
Oh.
Oh, forgot.
If you drive a car that's rented in my name and you have an accident, is my insurance still valid?
I don't know. But always keep your car doors locked. Oh, yeah. Where is the car?
Out front.
You threatened him, Murchison, and he gets killed. Now, what do you want me to do, Murchison? You want me to chalk it up to ESP?
No, but I have a better suggestion. What you can do with it.
I don't know. Somehow I think if I hadn't been out of town, this whole thing might never have happened.
Oh, Buster, I wish I had been out of town. Then we could stop all of this and all go out for a drink.
Hey, the man is a lieutenant.
So? So, call him that when you talk to him and show some respect, all right?
Sergeant. Mercy. Lieutenant.
I'm sorry if I didn't show the proper respect.
Look, you threatened him.
So I talk a lot. Did somebody pass a law?
Yeah? Sergeant Rupert, it's for you.
For me?
That's what my secretary says.
Thank you. Hello? Oh. Hello.
Listen, I want to ask you something.
Of course. I just didn't expect for you to call me here.
Enright's secretary wouldn't know my voice from Tony Bennett's.
Well, what do you want to know?
Sergeant, is that an important business phone call?
Yes. Sir, it's, a previous case I've been working on.
Maureen, I want you to think carefully. Did you tell anybody that I was alive?
Of course not. Why?
I was tailed right after I left you.
You were what? I guess I don't understand that.
Well, I don't either, but somebody knows a lot more what's going on than we do.
Of course there was one other.
Yes, I know, the priest. I'll check on him, but first I've made an appointment with Dr. Winninger. Are all the professors out there as tuned in as she is?
What do you mean?
When I told her I wanted to talk about Janet, she didn't even know about the murder.
That means she doesn't know you're alive. She doesn't know anything about you either.
I'm counting on it.
By the way, did you lock the car doors?
Goodbye.
Just what is the nature of your inquiry?
Well, Janet applied for a position in our department.
Must be a significant one with you checking her out yourself.
Why? Does it surprise you that she would apply for a significant job?
That she'd apply, no. That you take her seriously.
I take it you have a low opinion of her.
Janet is fairly bright, fairly ambitious. Sorry, I can't speak as well of her judgment or her personal conduct.
Could you be more specific?
I could, but I don't intend to.
I'm wondering about her friends.
I understand what you want. I have given you my professional opinion. I do not intend to indulge in gossip. Have a nice day.
Job done right, or saving a few bucks. I think we ought to have confidence that the Lord will provide.
If the bank would just have that much confidence in him.
Father, you leave the bank to me.
You've got it.
Goodbye.
Father.
Mr. McMillan.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I didn't want that man to see me. Who is he?
That's Bernard McGavin. Do you know him?
No.
He's chairman of the renovation committee.
Oh. Father, I want you to think back in the last 24 hours. Did you say anything to anyone that might give me away?
Of course not.
It's not a casual question, Father. Any veiled reference, any slip of the tongue?
I'm positive. Why?
Somebody's following me. If I could find out how he found out I'm alive, it might clear up a lot of things.
I see. Well, I guess I strike out again.
I don't know whether I'm glad or disappointed. Thanks.
Okay, get up. Who are you?
My name's Mason.
Who sent you? Ah.
That'll explain everything.
San Francisco police.
Oh, Enright's gonna have my butt for breakfast.
Well, we finally got a dental make on that body. It didn't tell us who he was, but it did tell us that it wasn't you.
You didn't let the newspapers know. You must have figured out what I was doing.
Not really. But I decided to let Internal Affairs have a go at it to try and find out without blowing your cover.
Well, how did he locate me?
Well, I decided that you probably needed a contact, somebody in the department. So I told him to check any officer who'd been acting strangely the last day or two.
I used all the academic procedures against being tailed.
What now, sir?
Well, too many people know. Might as well release a statement.
Right away.
And we can turn in that rental car?
Right.
Oh, there is one more thing, Commissioner. You know that gold desk pen you always used? You know, your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you were killed, I mean, when I thought you were, when I thought that you weren't coming back and that you'd never need it again, I lifted it. I mean, I took it as a memento.
Yes?
Well, I would like you to have it, sir. And welcome back.
Thank you, Charlie. Oh, Charlie, I'd like to use Sergeant Rupert for a while, okay?
I'm ready, sir.
She's ready, sir.
Good, good. I have to let somebody know I'm alive. So I'd like you to lay the groundwork so she won't have a heart attack.
She?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so glad the young people like you appreciated his contribution.
Well, I did.
But, you know, it's like his death wasn't in vain. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm trying to talk to you about.
His death was in vain?
No, his death, but you see...
I wish he had met a girl like you in his own time.
No, you don't understand.
I understand his loyalty to Sally, heavens knows. Life goes on and on and on, and except when it doesn't go on.
Please, stop crying. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's going to be a little bit of a shock, but a pleasant shock.
Oh, I've had enough shocks this past weekend to last me a lifetime.
Miss Thornton, you don't understand.
Miss
Thornton. Please, what I'm trying to tell you is very hard to explain, but Commissioner McMillan isn't dead.
You know, people think it's not paying for me to go around packing up things in this apartment just because I wasn't a blood relative.
But he wasn't killed.
Sometimes it's even worse. I have to make judgment on some things I'm not even prepared for. I don't know what to do with this Dizzy Gillespie collection.
Miss Thornton, he's alive.
So I didn't do anything with it. Nothing.
Very good.
I thought you'd feel that way. I was... I don't believe it. The little cheeks, and the little ears, and the little eyes, the little nose, the little shoulders. Oh, you're alive.
Well, I guess I'd better go.
Wait a minute.
Oh, don't leave me.
Right back.
You're alive. You're alive. Oh, Commissioner.
Well, I tried, Commissioner.
Well, I do appreciate it. Stay down.
What do you want me to do?
Stay put.
I'm put, sir. Well, that proves one thing anyway.
Which is?
It was you they were after in the first place.
Maybe. Also proves somebody's afraid we're getting close to the truth.
Do you think we are getting closer to the truth?
Sure. Aside from the fact that we don't know who was killed, who killed him, or why, just about wraps it up.
Right, sir.
Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? A bullet came right through that window, and he hit that door over there. Another one hit the mirror, and right there where I was sitting right there, a bullet came right there. I could have been killed.
Yeah?
Could have been killed.
Is she all right?
I must say, it wasn't thoughtful of you to let me talk on about poor Janet without once mentioning she was dead.
Sorry. Would you have spoken differently? Here, let me help you.
No, I guess not.
Dr. Winninger, last time I saw you, you mentioned something about Janet's conduct.
I also said I refused to indulge in gossip.
Well, I know, but, would you indulge a little? It might help.
Mr. McMillan, affairs between students and professors are not exactly unheard of.
Yes, I remember.
Mind you, I have no proof.
Please indulge.
Well, her major professor, Henry Lundstrom,
Mm-hmm.
I sensed... Well, no, the truth is they were quite blatant about it.
I see.
I am personally convinced that his feelings for her were somehow connected with his bizarre conduct.
Would you know what his bizarre conduct was?
He left.
He left.
3 weeks before final exams. He simply took off.
Did he get into any trouble?
No, oh, no. He wrote me a note saying that he was unable to continue his teaching duties because he was leaving immediately for Kenya.
Kenya?
To gather material for a book, he said.
Do you think he was telling the truth?
Oh, no. No. I am convinced that his departure had something to do with Janet Carney.
How?
I don't know that. I was hardly interested in the details of their little romance. It could have been a lover's spat. Good heavens.
What's the matter?
You don't suppose that... Henry, that he could have been the one. You know, the one that was killed?
I was thinking the same thing for the past few minutes.
Oh, how awful.
Did he leave anything? Files? Anything like that?
Anything. He left everything. Would you like to take a look?
I certainly would.
I told you his departure was bizarre. He didn't take anything out of his desk.
Tell me something. Would you describe Lundstrom as a short man? Rather stocky?
No, he was average height, rather slender. Why did they think the body was yours if it was a short man?
I wasn't thinking of the victim. I was thinking of somebody else. Somebody took a shot at me.
It's just down the hall. Right here. In here. I have been meaning to get someone in here to take care of this. Well, just what are you looking for, Commissioner?
Well, anything that might have bearing on the relationship.
Well, let's see what we can find.
Are these student papers?
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
Nothing in here.
Ah, here's something. Here's a connection. A paper written by Janet for his class. Well, at least he didn't let his personal feelings influence his grading. He gave her a C.
Well, seems we've drawn a blank. Professor, thank you for your cooperation.
Anything I can do.
May I take this with me?
I was just about to say those papers belong to the students, but I guess poor Janet won't be coming for it, will she?
No, she won't. Thank you.
Sergeant DiMaggio here.
Steve, me.
Well, hello, sir. Welcome back.
Take this name. Henry Lundstrom, professor in the history department.
All right, sir. What about him?
Check him out. He disappeared last May.
Got any idea where he might be?
A hunch.
Where?
In a grave. Mark Stewart McMillan. Right there.
McMillan!
Get out of the way, Father. Fall flat.
I don't understand. What's going on?
Father, why didn't you get out of the way?
Because I...
Who was that man?
I don't know. He came in and told me there'd been an accident.
An accident?
Yes, he said a man was trapped in the wreckage and was asking for last rites. We're going there.
Good thing you didn't go.
Why?
Because you'd probably never come back alive.
You can't be serious.
I am. Very. Let's go inside.
Father Revere and I share this office. As you can see, he's been here for quite a while.
See. Thank you. Father, I think I may have an answer, at least, to some of the questions.
Even to why someone would want to hurt me?
I'd like to tell you about a story I just read.
A story?
About a man named Edmund Davis. He founded one of the first newspapers here in San Francisco. In 1849, the gold rush. He was one of the first to go there and one of the first to come back.
He had no luck?
On the contrary, when he came back, he was loaded, heavily guarded with a man named Kurt Schulin. Millions of dollars worth of gold nuggets, which he proceeded to hide.
Why?
He wanted to buy up the land surrounding his claim, but he knew he couldn't if somebody found out about his strike. Then, unfortunately, he was murdered 5 days later.
Good Lord.
Schulin was arrested, confessed, and hanged. Said he killed Davis because he didn't get his half of the gold.
Was that true?
Nobody knows, and if the gold was there, it was never found.
It's very interesting, Commissioner, but I don't see...
All of Davis's files and papers were given to the archives of the university. Recently, a professor assigned his students the job of doing papers on any of the archived material. Janet Carney was given the subject of Edmund Davis.
Janet? Okay, I see how that ties in, but I still don't see... How can I help you?
Father, you, mentioned the contractor. What was his name?
McGavin.
McGavin. And how long was he here?
Good long time.
Do you know when the church was built?
Yes, I do. Would you like to see the marker?
Yes, please.
What are you expecting?
If I'm right, 1849.
And you're right.
Davis was killed when this church was being built.
Yes. At least the original section. It's been added to over the years.
According to Janet's paper, Davis was chairman of the construction committee of this church.
It's incredible.
If any of this gold story is true, chances are he used this church as a hiding place.
The church?
Well, it was under construction. You probably knew every inch of the plans. Could have been a lot of places.
Are you suggesting the gold is still here?
I don't know. Maybe. But if somebody thought that and somebody read Janet's paper and came to that conclusion, that could explain. That could explain murder. Now, this McGavin, how long has he been here?
Quite a long time.
His first name?
Bernard.
Bernard McGavin. All right. Murder is a reasonable price for that amount of gold, especially in today's market. Worth over millions.
Millions?
Here, look at this. Who's he holding in his arm?
The orb.
Does it look like a sunburst to you, a sunrise?
Possibly. Why?
Davis's last known words were scrawled on a piece of paper. Under the sunrise, it said. Hand me that screwdriver, would you please? Thank you. Uh-oh. Come up here. Somebody's been here before us. See if you can get this out. Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't find any more than we did, obviously. No room to hide a handkerchief, let alone a ton of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, still an awfully good story.
At least part of it was true. Father, who's behind this renovation?
What do you mean?
I mean, who pushed it?
McGavin himself. He even guaranteed a sizable portion of the cost. We owe him an enormous debt of gratitude.
Mm-hmm. What was he contracted for?
Just general restoring, painting, cleaning, rehabilitation. Commissioner, you said that man, he might have killed me. Why?
I don't know. Maybe to hold you as hostage, to force Father Revere to cooperate while he searched this church. Excuse me, Father, I've got some reading to do.
Here it is. I've checked it out on my card, so don't forget to return it. I already owe $2 in fines. Tell me something. Aren't you discouraged?
Sure.
I mean, you've discovered this marvelous story, and it's fantastic and all that, but...
I'm not any closer to finding the killer than I was 2 days ago.
Right.
Find something interesting?
Maybe. I don't know how much it's going to help us.
Excuse me, Commissioner, but I didn't know whether you wanted me to be available or whether I should go on with my other work.
Come on in, Marine.
I'm in, sir.
Back in uniform, I see.
Too many people don't believe I'm a sergeant unless I wear it.
I know what you mean. They ought to design one for a police
Are you all right?
Maggie, give me Boston information.
Then you think you're really onto something?
I think so. The style of that painting is based on the works of Diego Moreta.
I've seen a lot of paintings that look like that.
Exactly. Everybody used to copy him.
Then why is this unusual?
In 1849, Moreto was 11 years old.
Then this was painted long after the church was built?
And long after Davis was dead.
So this couldn't be the sunrise he was referring to.
Nope.
I see. Well, that shoots down one theory, but you said you had something positive.
I want to go over this whole church again. See if there's anything else he could have been referring to.
Okay. Where do you want me to start? The gold is here. I'm afraid the only way to find it would be to tear the entire church down to the ground.
I looked everywhere. Inside the walls, under the foundation, under the floor.
Under the altar. We were looking under the wrong sunburst. It wasn't under the painting, it was under the floor.
You can't ask us to tear up the entire floor.
Just this section. Let me have the screwdriver. Uh-huh. It's metal.
I'll take that. I think if we pry here.
Yeah. It's coming. Now. Davis had the gold under here and sealed it with metal strips.
All right, now stand up, Commissioner. I'll take your bag, miss. It was very sharp of you to pick up on the sunrise clue from Janet's paper.
Very sharp for you, too, Professor Lundstrom.
Why don't we all three of us now have a nice little private conversation in the cloister? Commissioner? The problem was how to get in here and search the place. Then I saw an item in the newspaper, and it was dumped in my lap.
What was the item?
Just a routine little news story saying Father William Matheson had been assigned as an assistant to Father Revere. A fellow from Boston, it said.
And you intercepted him?
That's a nice way to put it. You can stop right there.
You killed him?
He went to his spiritual reward a little ahead of time, that's all.
What made you think you could get away with that?
I'm a scholar. I knew how to bone up enough to get by for a while.
That's when Janet caught on, right?
Belatedly. When I left the campus without saying goodbye, I guess her pride was wounded. Her mind just wouldn't let go. When it finally occurred to her there might be some connection between the gold and the church, she decided to go and take a look. And whom should she run into?
Father, I wonder... Henry!
I'm sure you'll find this devotional inspiring.
Now I understand why you wanted to leave.
Come on, Janet.
You ran off because...
Don't you know I'm doing it for you?
What?
Honey, I couldn't let you be a party to some of the things I might have to do.
So you were going to contact me as soon as you had the go?
Think back, Janet. About us. Can you really doubt that?
Henry, now you listen to me.
Look, Darling, we can't talk here. I'll come see you tonight.
No, I don't think so.
We'll talk for an hour. Alone.
No, I don't trust you, Henry.
You don't trust yourself. Where do you live? I can come over tonight.
In an apartment. I'm staying in an apartment.
Which turned out to be your place, Commissioner.
Who was the other victim?
A friend of Janet's. Apparently, she didn't trust me. She decided to bring him along, unfortunately for him.
Could I ask another question?
Sure, go ahead.
Who was the clown running around taking shots at me?
Oh, him. Well, when it became obvious that you were going to keep prying until you became dangerous, I decided you'd have to be stopped. But it seemed a little risky to do it myself.
How do you go about hiring an assassin?
Good question. Prisons are very grateful to have the clergy around. It was easy to get a look at some of the records of men being released and pick a likely candidate. Would you believe I only paid him $5,000 down? Ex-cons are so grateful for job opportunities. That's enough questions, I think.
You really should have shaved your head.
What?
Don't you think it's a risk, impersonating a man with a bald head?
What are you talking about?
The real Father Matheson. Bald heads are an easy point of identification even over a telephone. When I called Boston and asked them to describe him, their first words were, "He's bald."
You didn't call.
Then how do I know he was bald?
If you knew that before you came here, why?
Why did I let you have my gun? Why did I literally offer you my gun? So we could come out here and have a nice little chat. But I was careful enough to remove the bullets first. So I think you better come along with us. Convinced?
I'm not.
Go Marine!
Take care of him.
Only $5,000, huh? That guy's getting millions.
Toss your gun down right there, Commissioner.
Sorry, Lundstrom. I'm taking you in.
If that gun isn't gone by the time I count to 3, this young lady's gonna get a chance to fly. I mean it!
The hostage rule was put in just so there would be no question.
What?
The hostage rule. Code 27, paragraph 13.
When a police officer is held hostage, there will be no bargaining under any circumstance.
You're not going to just watch while I throw her over.
That's right. The sooner everybody knows about it, the sooner people like you will learn never to take a hostage.
I don't believe it. You're not going to just stand there.
When did the hostage rule go into effect?
About a minute ago. All right.
Little more to the left.
How's that?
Perfect. What made you decide to call Boston in the first place?
Something Maureen said about people not believing she's a cop unless she's in uniform.
What does that have to do with anything?
The priest. We didn't think of him out of respect for the cloth. He's the only man with complete access to the church. That's why I called Boston to check up on him.
Oh, that Marine is a smart girl.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take her out? Who gets the gold?
No, I am not, and the church gets it.
It's a good place for it.
Father Revere is dedicating a new stained glass window in Jenna's memory.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But I still think the least you could do is take Marine out to dinner. Just to thank her.
Never mix pleasure with business.
Oh, nonsense. Besides, you had Janice Carney in your department.
I never went out with Janet Carney.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I still think you should go out with the sergeant.
DiMaggio?
Rupert.
Who's Rupert?
Maureen Rupert.
Oh, you mean the sergeant?
I think you should go out with the sergeant.
Why didn't you say so?
Some coffee. Oh, here's some sugar.
Ooh. Ugh.
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
ডরাবো কেন? মাগের এরকম আটকা মায়া মানুষ সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ। বইলা আইসো শেষবার মতো চুলদারি আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে?
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন।
মানে?
মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটার দায় আপনার উপর পড়ব। সরেন।
আরে ভাই, নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে পড়লাম। জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই।
করলি তুই মামা বলতো? শেষ পর্যন্ত ওই হাবলু মামার কাছে।
সরি বলছি তো, মিস্টেক হয়েছে। আর এটা খেলা না, খেলাতে হার জিত থাকি।
এই কথা তুই বলতেছিস? 3 বারের চ্যাম্পিয়ন নিলয় বলতেছে এই কথা, শেষ পর্যন্ত খেলায় হার জিত থাকেই।
হ্যাঁ বলতেছি, এবার হয় না আগামীবার হইব। আর শোন, আমাদের না বয়স বেশি হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে? এখন এটা জুনিয়রদের করা কাম, আমরা অনেক সিনিয়র হয়ে গেছি।
এই দাঁড়া জুনিয়র? হ্যাঁ, কোন অ্যাঙ্গেল ওই হাবলু মামার তো জুনিয়র মনে হইলো কত দেখি? এই কথা শোনার পরে ওই হাবলু মামা সানফ্লাওয়ার তেল মাইরা ঠিক ঠিক করে হাসবো। তুই এমন একটা কাজ করছিস মামা, এলাকায় মুখ দেখানোর মতো অবস্থা থাকবো না।
টাকা দিতেছি, একটা কাজ কর, বোরকা কিন না, পিন্দা ঘুরতে থাক, ঠিক আছে? এলাকায় আর মুখ দেখাই তুই না।
দাঁড়া, আমার মনে হইতেছে কেউ তোর তাবিজ করছে। তুই কখনো তো এই কথা বলার ছেলে না, কি হয়েছে কত?
কোনো তাবিজ টাবিজ কিছু না। আর শোন, আনোয়ারের রহিম বাবুর ছেড়ে আনতে পাঠাইছিলাম, কই হয়?
ভাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। আনোয়ার কই?
ভাই পাড়ায় কই জানি গেল গা ভাই? কামটা কি হলো ভাই? কালকে গেম রাইডা গেলেন?
যাওয়া হইছে, কাজের কথা আসি। লাইলির পার্টিতে কাচ্চি করে দিব
না ভাই, পারুম না, মাফ করে দেন ভাই। আপনার লেগে আমার জানা আছে, রুমাইয়ের লেগে আমি ভাই কাচ্চি বাচ্চি রাখতে পারবো না ভাই।
কি কর রহিম ভাই? মাথা ঠান্ডা, মাথা ঠান্ডা। তোমাদের ছাড়া হইব না তো বিষয়টা। এমন কাচ্চি খাওয়াই ফিরবো, মনে করো 7 দিন যাতে কেউ বাথরুম থেকে বাইর না হইতে পারে। বুঝছো না বিষয়টা? পারো না? যাও এবার রেডি করে গিয়া, যাও তাড়াতাড়ি।
একটু বড় খবর হইব।
তোমরা আমগুলোকে বইতা।
আরে আমরা তো খাবোই, আগে আপ্যায়নটা করে নেই। পুরান ঢাকার ট্রেডিশন তো আপ্যায়ন করা, কি মামা?
এই তো দুধ লাইনে আইছো, এরকম লাইনে থাকলে তো কোনো সমস্যা হইতো না। খুব তো কইছিল খেলার কথা, এখন বুঝছো খেলা কি?
এখন একদম ক্লিয়ার মামা। আপনার একটু কাছে দিই। আলু দেই, আলু আলু।
না না আলু না, গোস্ত দাও, গোস্ত দাও।
এই যে গোস্ত দেই।
অনেক মজা হয়েছে। এই লাইলি দাও, লাইলি দাও।
আলু
আলু ল লাইলি ল। তুমি লইবানি?
খাইতাম, মজা তো।
তুমি একটু খাও।
সবাই আমগুলোকে খাইতাম।
আরে খাবো তো, খাবার তো আছে।
আমগুলোকে খাও।
আরে মামা খান তো, আছে কিছু লাগলে বললেন কিন্তু।
মজা হয়েছে খাওয়ানো না?
আসলে
না, তুলো গোস্ত ল।
এইবার লইয়া কয়বার হয়েছে?
ভাই 5 বার।
তোমারে এত করে কইছি যে একটু কম কম খাও, মাগনা খাওয়ান পাইলে হুদাই হাম করে খাও।
দুলা ভাই আমি তো মাগনা খাওয়ান খাই ভাই, আমরা তো বাজেতে জিতছি, আর আমি তো পরিমাণ মতোই খাইছি। বিশ্বাস করেন দুলা ভাই, আমি নিশ্চিত ওরা খাওয়ানোর মধ্যে কিছু মিশাইছে। লাইলিও তো পরিমাণ মতো খাইছে, ওরা তো পেট নামছে শুনছি।
হ্যাঁ, মানুষের খায় কাম নাই, তোমার খাওয়ানোর লোকে কিছু মিলাইছে।
ভাই আপনি জানেন না, ওরা অনেক ডেঞ্জারাস, অনেক ডেঞ্জারাস দুলা ভাই। ওরা প্রত্যেকটা ধরে ধরে ফাঁসি দেওয়া উচিত দুলা ভাই। আমি খালি একটু সোজা হয়ে দাঁড়াইলু, তারপর দেখেন আমি রাজপথে নামবো, রাজপথে নামবো, আমি আন্দোলন করবো গো ফাঁসির লিগা।
যাও যাও, তুমি তোমার কামে যাও, আমি তোমার লেগে কেড়ে বয়ে থাকো।
আপনি একটু বহান ভাই।
Làm không thừa đâu, một ngày chỉ kiếm thêm cũng được. Mà giả đi. Lấy con đi cái mắc 64GB gì. Alo, đợi tí tao nói cho cái này nhá, đợi xíu. Ok, và mình đã dùng xong màu xanh để tô bức tranh rồi. Và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ dùng màu đỏ để tô tiếp tục bức tranh nha. Mình sẽ cất màu xanh đi và lấy màu đỏ. Mày ơi, mai mày lên Hà Nội đúng không? Mấy giờ mày lên? 3-4 giờ chiều. Tao nhờ mày cầm hộ tao điện thoại lên nhá. Tao hứa là sẽ không phải điện thoại ăn cắp đâu. Tao chưa. Con chị tao mất điện thoại. Tao mua của cái anh Ngọc Đại ở dưới Cẩm Lý. Mà tao chưa lên. Thứ tư tao mới lên ý. Thì nó mất điện thoại rồi. Tức lắm, tao đang điên lên đầu với vừa chửi nó xong. Đấy nhá. Thì tao nhờ mày cầm lên của tao. Ở trọ tao luôn ấy. Nó là của tao mà. Thì mày cứ cầm lên đầu ngõ, nó không phải đi vào đâu. Thôi để tao lấy cho tao kiểm tra máy xong rồi tao đưa cho mày sau. Thế sao lại lên sớm ấy? Thứ ba học à? Hay là gì? Sớm à? Mẹ ơi, chết rồi. Mẹ ơi, tao đã tìm được chân ái cuộc đời khi tao không có xe về. Đó chính là mày. Mẹ ơi, mùa lạnh. Không sao, tao đã tìm được chân ái cuộc đời. Mà mày có ô tô, mùa lạnh tao sẽ bắt mày đi ô tô về, kèm tao về cho tao đỡ lạnh. Mày có biết lái thật không vậy? Tao cứ sợ ấy, hôm nọ mày lái xe máy nha, tao ngồi đằng sau nhiều lúc tao cũng sợ là mày sẽ ngã. Nên là lúc nào mày đi nhanh ấy, tao cũng sợ ấy. Mày ơi, nhiều người bằng thi cũng có ok đâu. Lên cao tốc mày nhớ đi cẩn thận. Ok. Hôm nào mà mùa đông về mày nhớ cho tao về ghé cho tao đỡ lạnh nhé. Ok. Có gì để mai tao bảo tao xem anh ấy điện thoại, sẵn điện thoại không? Mày ơi, mày biết con chị tao nó mất điện thoại kiểu gì không? Nó đi công viên Thống Nhất. Nó đi công viên Thống Nhất. Kiểu là nó ngồi ở cái ghế đá. Thế xong nó cầm máy ảnh, nó đi xuống cái hồ đấy cách đúng một bước chân. Thì nó để điện thoại ở chỗ ghế đá đấy với cả một thằng nữa, thằng bạn nó á. Nên hai đứa xuống cách hồ, cách một cái bước chân đấy xuống hồ để chụp ảnh. Xong quay lên chắc được 3 phút thì mất cái điện thoại luôn. Thằng kia còn mất con iPhone 11, con chị ta may mất iPhone 8. Cả hai đứa đều mất. Cả hai đứa đều để. Thôi, tao khóa máy của chị tao rồi, tao nghĩ nó sẽ phá thôi, tại con chị tao máy ấy. Khổ. Hèn mà. Thôi, tao nói để cho mày tin tưởng là không phải điện thoại ăn cắp rồi. Ok, bye bye. Không sao đâu mà. Mình lên giải trình một lần nữa thôi. Tao gọi điện á, nên tao mới không nhắn tin ấy. Mày thấy tao khôn chưa? Không sao mà. Chào tất cả mọi người, chào mừng mọi người đã trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình ngày hôm nay. Và hôm nay
nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn cho các bạn tô màu một bức tranh hình khối Rubik nha. Và mình nghĩ là nếu mà bạn nào muốn tìm hiểu chơi về cái bộ môn Rubik này thì cũng khá là giỏi nha. Tại vì mình thực sự ấy, có một đợt mình thấy anh mình chơi cái trò Rubik này thì mình cũng có thử, nhưng mà thật sự là rất khó nha mọi người. Và đây là bức tranh khối Rubik mà mình đã chuẩn bị. Thì bên trên này là một bức tranh đã được tô màu sẵn, và một bên dưới là một bức tranh chưa được tô màu nha. Và mình sẽ tô màu bức tranh bên dưới này theo bức tranh bên trên nhé. Và để tô được bức tranh thì tất nhiên rồi, mình cần có ở đây là một hộp màu, và bên cạnh mình đây là một hộp màu gồm 24 màu. Không để các bạn đợi lâu thì mình sẽ bắt đầu tô bức tranh này ngay bây giờ nha. Đầu tiên thì mình sẽ lấy màu xanh nước biển để tô các khối mặt. Mình sẽ dùng màu xanh nước biển để tô các mặt mà có màu xanh nước biển nha. Đây mình sẽ lấy màu xanh nước biển trước. Ok, và mình sẽ tô cả ô bên này nữa nha.
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই?
তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস।
এই আসো। বড় এই কি হচ্ছে তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কাঁদতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কাঁদতেছে, আম্মাও কাঁদতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসা? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ তোর তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করে 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি 12। এলাকার দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য। তোর দিয়ে সেটাও হবে না, তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না, আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা। তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস।
শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ের কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই আসো।
Các bạn nếu khi tô mình cần nhìn kỹ các mặt Rubik để xem mình đã tô đúng màu chưa nha. Ok, và mình sẽ tô tiếp một ô này nữa nha. vậy là mình đã dùng xong màu đỏ rồi, và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ dùng đến màu hồng nha. Mình sẽ dùng màu hồng để tô những ô tiếp theo. Ok, vậy là mình đã dùng xong màu tím để tô bức tranh rồi. Và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ lấy màu xanh nước biển để tô nốt cái phần ở giữa này là đã hoàn thiện xong bức tranh rồi nha. nhưng cái bức tranh của mình thì nó vẫn hơi lem lem ra ngoài một xíu, thì mình sẽ dùng màu trắng để sửa lại cái phần đó nha, cho bức tranh của mình đẹp nhất nhá. Ok, và video của mình đã xong rồi vì mình đã sửa xong bức tranh rồi nha. Và bây giờ mình sẽ cất màu trắng này đi và mình sẽ cho các bạn xem bức tranh của mình sau khi đã tô màu hoàn thiện nhé. Và đây là bức tranh của mình sau khi đã được tô màu xong. Các bạn thấy bức tranh của mình có đẹp không nào? Vậy là video hướng dẫn tô màu của mình đến đây là kết thúc rồi. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video tiếp theo nha. Bye bye. Vậy là mình đã dùng xong màu vàng để viền rồi nha. Và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ tiếp theo mình sẽ dùng màu xanh đậm để cái phần viền thân của chiếc ô tô này nhá. Mình sẽ tô bằng màu xanh nước biển đậm. Và tí nữa mình sẽ dùng màu xanh nước biển nhạt hơn để tô phần cửa kính nha.